Hey guys, welcome to Blaisinthekitchen podcast, episode 6, where I cook it up with young entrepreneurs and creatives to find out what inspires them, lessons learned, and how to make an impact on the everyday hustle. Today we got a special Pack Talk episode with Junior from Alphapack and Alphasoft. We're talking paper products and how it's affecting our planet. Let's go. Okay, guys, here we are, Blaisinthekitchen podcast, episode 6 with Junior from Alphapack. I'm going to put up his handle here, JR_Alphapack. Yeah. So check him out, guys. So I want to get right into it, man. You got a few different avenues with Alphapack, but one of them is Alphasoft.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are doing some revolutionizing shit. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if that's a word, but bamboo products, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about that, man. How did that come about? Like, why bamboo?
So the idea kind of came to us in like 2017. So we were originally looking at getting into biodegradable products with hemp.
Dope.
And at that time, there was literally, because I know that was the time hemp was really getting big, marijuana just got legal. So we were looking at ways to kind of get into the industry that would, because at that time you were hearing a lot like, oh, well, hemp is really going to revolutionize the way people use certain products. Sure. And one of those products was paper. Yeah. So we were just like, okay, well, the paper itself, like we're talking paper we write on, that industry itself is dying out. But what other paper, whatever other avenues of paper are effective right now? So we were just like, okay, well, toilet paper,
right?
Paper towel,
yeah,
wet wipes, like
right.
The essential.
Everyone
papers.
uses paper, toilet paper, right?
Yeah. So like the essential stuff. So we did our research and we literally looked every single place trying to find hemp paper at the time. There's no manufacturer that dealt with hemp paper.
Wow.
So it was kind of like, okay, challenge accepted. Mm-hmm. We will be the first. But in the meantime, how do I build something with the same concept and still find a way to get, because my mentor always says the greatest line in business, start where you are. But you don't have to get the whole big picture. Right. Just start where you can right now. If you could start selling something to just get the clientele, start there. So we started looking at other biodegradable products. Okay. And what we ended up finding was bamboo was one of the greatest sources. So then we really added that to our repertoire in terms of like biodegradable products, right? And we really jumped into the bamboo. Yeah.
So what is it about bamboo that makes it so special? Like it takes, like, you can regrow these bamboo trees, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about that. Like, how does that work? So
bamboo,
the cultivating process of it.
Yeah. So bamboo, very similar to hemp, is like a weed. So it just kind of it's like a grass. So it just keeps on growing. Cool. So once it gets to a certain point and you cut it down, it can literally grow double the size in about half the time once the roots are
double
already up.
Its size, or like size of trees type of thing?
Double its size.
Okay, cool.
Double its size. Yes, bamboo can get as long as trees, but in comparison to a tree could take almost 20 years to grow to its fullest potential. Right. Bamboo, damn near 90 days, you know what I mean? And it could double up what it was doing before. So it's, when it comes to it regrowing, it regrows very fast. So it's easy to cultivate and it's easy to get more product out of bamboo than it is paper or trees.
Yeah. So I guess the cultivating aspect of it would be similar to what they do with regular trees, right?
Yes, it is a little bit more lengthy in how they do it. It's like with trees, you're cutting down a whole tree and then you're getting it down to wood pulp, and then you're doing the whole thing with bamboo. They dry it up and then they create the pulp out of the bamboo. So it's different type of processes, very similar, but it's still very, very different in how they do it, because with trees it's already very dry. So when you're getting it into the wood pulp, it's very different than bamboo, where you have to dry it. Then you have to turn it into
I feel like bamboo would be a little bit more like dense in the sense that like it's more there's more moisture, I guess.
There
after
is.
You cut
There
it,
is.
right?
So once it's dried out, it is very similar to wood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So like, where is the like you guys based in Canada, or is it you guys? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how does that process work? So like, is it a big greenhouse, or is it like forestry? Like...
So right now we are not in the stage where we're cultivating the actual product. We have a manufacturer that cultivates it and does the whole process for us currently right now.
Dope.
When we do get to the point where we start producing hemp, then we would have to get the greenhouse and get the product. Or there's actually a few manufacturers. I know there's one guy, Atlas 365, where they actually cultivate hemp currently right now in Ontario.
Oh wow.
So they have a few farms and stuff like that. So that would be a process that we could jump in because we wouldn't necessarily have to grow it.
Similar to hemp, right?
Right.
And I guess like weed and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
so we would just take it from them and we would start the manufacturing process, right?
Fuck yeah. That's sick, man. Big business.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's a big business.
That's
very
dope,
big
man.
business.
So I was reading a little bit yesterday about the forests and trees and harvesting and things like that. So new technologies are making it easier for them to like, I guess, I mean, you could watch YouTube videos of them fucking literally having the one machine where they chop the tree, they pick it up with the same machine, they flip it sideways, and then they chop it fucking like 3-4 pieces. How's that affecting your industry? Like the fact that they're making it so easy to fucking cut down these trees and forestry and things like that.
Well, it's not necessarily affecting, because when we jumped into the industry, the whole point is to, like, don't get me wrong, when it comes to like environmentally friendly causes, you're not going to change the planet like right away, but to slowly reduce the amount of trees that are being cut per day and create another incentive for trees to be planted is, for us, it's an effective way to start the process of helping the planet. You know what I mean? Because with these trees, like I said before, take 20 years to grow.
Right.
And as of right now, I know there's a few organizations that are growing trees, but it's not as much as it used to be. And it takes so much time. And you have to also factor in right now, 30,000 trees are cut down just for the consumption of toilet paper.
Wow.
A day.
I was reading that, like something like 27,000
to 30,000 trees a day.
That's insane, man.
But it takes 20 years to grow. So you have to factor in with trees giving us all of this oxygen now, like, and we're cutting it down. Like, what are we replacing that with?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Right. Very true. With oxygen and things like that.
Oh, 100%. Like, there's a lot of things that trees do, especially for our air quality.
Right.
Like, we're in a space right now where our air quality is very questionable. So cutting down the trees is definitely something that should be a priority.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, there's something like 3.404 trillion trees in the whole wide world.
Right.
And the fact that there's 27 to 30,000 of them being chopped down every single day for one day.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's fucking insane.
That's crazy.
Right? So like you said, the oxygen, the air that you're breathing, all of this gets affected by the trees they're cutting down. They're basically cutting all our oxygen, right? Or clean oxygen, I guess you could say, right? Fucking crazy, man. So bamboo's the move, eh?
Yeah.
Bamboo's the vibe.
Yeah. Anything biodegradable is really what's in right now, because people are, especially our generation, like we've been hearing about global warming. God, it was like we're born in the 90s, right? So like we heard about this. If you're born in the 80s and 90s, you heard about, like, growing in school, you heard about global warming. Oh, this is an issue, this is an issue. And even
they used to have us like plant trees as like an initiative during school and stuff, you know?
And even to see how, like, I remember how air felt in the 90s. It doesn't really feel the same. Like, I know that might sound crazy.
Big time, bro.
But it really, like, I remember that fresh air smell. But now when spring comes around, it's not as fresh as I remember. And so, like,
and you know what, too? I could totally relate, because I come from a small town, too, where, the air seems to be a little bit more crisp. Yeah. But even though, like, I go back there, like, maybe once every 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And like, it's still crisp, but you know, you could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell it's taking a toll, and,
Yeah.
and now living in the big city, like you can really tell. Like
it never really dawned on me until I started really going out to cottages, and I started going out to like far out in Ontario, and I'm like, wow, like it feels
yeah.
better over here.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the air, like it smells different here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just a lot more fresh. I didn't feel like, okay, well, I'm sneezing a lot or stuff like, and I have crazy allergies, so trust me, when the air quality's messed up, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Seasonal allergies?
Yeah.
So like every season you
Yeah.
just fucking...
It hits me. Eyes red.
That's terrible.
The whole thing.
So like some bamboo products where, you know, you're making face wipes, tissue paper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Does that help for people who have seasonal allergies like that? Like, because
Well,
they put so many different types of, fillers products in these
Yeah.
paper products?
Right now, there's not a study that's attaching
Okay.
that to it, but in a lot of paper products, you will find a lot of chemicals. And one of the biggest chemicals that you will find in paper products is BPA. And BPA is like, they've proven that it's really not good for you.
Right.
But it's something that you will find in majority of the paper products that people are using for their skin. And there's been side effects of other like diseases and stuff that you can catch. Like they've related it to even kids having like mental illness and ADD and this and that. Like
Wow,
a
really?
lot of pretty dangerous stuff. Because there's a lot of chemicals breaking down the wood pulp
Sure.
that you're rubbing on your bum every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
it's the compound aspect of
Sure.
it, you know?
Yeah. Definitely make it the most, it comes down to health, right?
Yeah.
Like at that point, you don't want to get to a point where, you know, at some point you have, say, colon cancer because,
Yeah.
you put all these chemicals your entire life.
Right.
You know,
They've proven they've tied BPA to cancer.
that's insane, man.
A big cause of
It's
not
great.
a big cause, but they've said the consistent interaction with BPA will increase the risk of having cancer.
I can imagine, you know, that's fucking insane, man.
Yeah.
So the website is alphapackhub.ca.
Right.
You guys do a few different avenues. You guys also do fitness apparel.
Yeah.
I believe there's Alphapack Financial too.
Yeah, Alphapack Financial is the main umbrella,
Okay.
so the main company.
Sweet. Okay,
and
dope.
then there's subsets of
Cool.
of the main company.
Okay, dope. So tell me a little bit more about the fitness apparel. Is that bamboo product also, or is that
Originally, that's what we wanted to do, like
with the hemp, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Antiperspirant materials and
Right.
stuff like that. But when COVID came, it was harder to get the materials to be able to manufacture and make those.
Man.
But like my mentor says it the best, right? Start where you are, right? So at that time, we're like, okay, this is what we have. Let's start pushing what we have, and then the main goal of getting everything biodegradable and antiperspirant and all of this stuff, we can do that later on. So
Get the basics done first.
get the basics done.
Yeah,
Start
yeah.
where you are.
Right.
There's no point in trying to like overthink it because you want it to be an elaborate picture. You need to go out there and start where you are, so that you can. It's like believing in what scaling actually means to scale your business. You know, like you want to start somewhere and then scale.
Not just it's like
Not just try to make it there.
right.
Overnight. you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
You might miss a few things, and you're gonna start from scratch anyway. So like.
That's crazy, man. I want to know a little bit more though, like how you guys started. Like, so you said 2018 was when you guys first started.
Well, originally how we first started Alphapack Financial is I started Alphapack in 2014, 2015.
Wow,
Yeah, and
it's been a minute.
yeah, it's been a while. Like the reason why we started that at the time was I was in network marketing. I was in network marketing from the time I was 18 to about like 25,
Okay.
24. And being in network marketing, I had like a really pretty big team.
Mm-hmm.
And like even to this day, when I look at some of the biggest network marketers in Canada, a lot of them were in my team at one point. So we really built this thing.
Shit.
And we breeded a lot of entrepreneurs because a lot of guys left. And I remember one time we got back together with everybody, and to see where they were in their lives, I was just like, wow, like we're not a regular organization. Like, like the type of people that we are, we clearly were a group that were good at producing producers. So that's where the name came up instead of just being a regular wolf pack or an alpha pack.
Breeding the hustlers.
We breed alphas. Because we got to a point where every single person in their own fields, they were the leaders of their own fields.
Okay.
And a lot of them were doing better than us at the time as well. So this is what it was.
There was no ego in it though. It was more like a team and moving all as one.
Because that's how you win. You know, it was leaders leading leaders, cool. and that was essential because when I needed something at that time, I could ask for a favor because I helped them get to a certain point. And it was just like, okay, now when I ask you to do me a favor and we could build something together, it's like, oh, okay, you've always been there for me, I'm gonna be there for you. So that's where the concept and the organization first came from.
Sick.
And then later on, it evolved in a lot of different ways. Like I got into finance and started doing stuff in the financial space. And one thing that I started to realize once I started doing some deals and started partnering up with a few people was that you can do whatever you want if you have a good team. Yeah. You got to surround yourself with positivity and people who are ready to grind, right? Right. And for us, we were a group that had very good ideas. So we were just like, okay, you know what? Let's put these ideas on paper. Let's do something. Let's put some money behind it as a group and let's get somebody to run it. Dope. So somebody in the organization. So like even for the clothing, I don't touch the clothing at all. Okay. I have nothing to do with the clothing. Sure. That's my brother's thing. Kevin's thing. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You know what I mean? So like even when it comes to training or we need a trainer, anybody who talks to me about training, I send them to Cruz. Okay. I literally just send my stuff all the time. Yeah, yeah. If somebody needs a massage, I send them to Joella. You know, I send them to the Muscle Techs. If somebody needs a videographer, they use Stan. Like we have a team of people. That's awesome. That have their departments and we help their business grow. Like even today, we have a guy, Anthony. He has a business, Hallelujah Cleaning. Okay. We got a guy who has a business who's looking for a cleaner. Easy. Right there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Dope. It's like almost like a concierge service. Yeah, you know, almost. You can find anything here. Almost. You know, go to Alphapack. You can find anything. Yeah. Sick. No, I like that. Death Row Records. That's funny, man. No, so how do you so you again you say you don't have anything to do with the fitness apparel, but so you're more Alphasoft. Give me that box. Give me that box for a second. Let's show everyone the. So this is their packaging. This is how you get it when you order it through the mail. Open it up. There's a few things here. Little. What do you call these? I call them baby wipes. But these are the wet wipes. Yeah. Okay, dope. And then this is cool. Which one is this? That's the unbleached. So we're coming out with a few versions. We're doing bleached, unbleached. Okay, you know? So like you're with the tissues also. Yeah. So with the paper towels and stuff as well. Dope. Okay. It's okay. Fuck. Yo, that's cool, man. I didn't even realize you guys were doing two types. Yeah, because we just wanted to give options. Right. Yeah, yeah. And in this market right now, like the bleaching process is an issue for people as well. Right? So like, okay, let me get something that's good that's also unbleached. Sure. All right, cool. We can give it to you. What's it like? What's the durability like of the? It's really good. Yeah. And when it came to the vetting process of the actual, like, we had a bunch of paper that we were vetting from for months. This is why this process took longer than it really should have. Okay. Because it's months of. You were just like that. You were just sampling a bunch of shit, right? A bunch of stuff. So it almost took us 2 years to actually solidify the product packaging, like just to get everything on point. Holy fuck! Because even to get the type of paper that we wanted with bamboo, normally with wood pulp you could get a really soft texture with a 2-ply, but you can't do that with bamboo. With bamboo, sometimes you need a 3-ply. That's maybe a little bleached, a little softer, whatever, just to get the same. Like when we put our product right beside like Charmin, we're like, yeah, it's just as good.
Cool.
Like literally just as good.
Sick.
And we wanted
so there's no like flakes that get left behind.
No,
you know how they do the Charmin commercial,
right. And that's that was the difference, because with us, I was really seeing that we had a product that was just as soft, and what gave it the competitive advantage is that it wasn't flaky or it wasn't breaky, or, you know what I mean. But it was still soft. Cool. It was still good. You know.
No, I love that, and it's good for the fucking environment.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, that's what you want your product to deliver, right? Like you, in terms of solutions for the environment or just personal well-being. Like you want a product that's gonna maintain that standard, right? Yeah. Oh, that's dope, man. So now moving on to a completely different topic. I know you're a golfer.
Yeah.
So you're also a natural bodybuilder.
Yeah.
You've done shows, bodybuilding shows, I should say.
Yeah.
So how's COVID and all the gym lockdowns affected you in that way? Like,
honestly, when the lockdown first happened, it was still pretty warm. Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't the warmest, but like I was still like, it was warm enough-ish to really still go outside.
Start of fall, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was literally, it was spring. It was spring, like March of last year.
Right. Okay.
So, but it was still cold, but it wasn't too crazy. So I was still going out on the track. I was still running every single day. Sure. I got some kettlebells and stuff, so I was doing some home workouts. Right. And through that, we were able to network with a buddy who had like a garage.
Yeah. Right.
So we just started banging that out every day.
You had like a whole like gym in the garage.
Yeah, had a whole garage set up.
Nice.
And at that time, I was just coming off of prep because the show was canceled.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had a show set up, and you guys were fucking.
We were ready.
Oh, you guys were. How long? You guys were what? Like 2?
I was like 6 weeks out. 5 weeks out. Yeah.
That's gut wrenching.
I know.
Fuck.
I was just getting to that point too. Like, but
that's insane.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, the break was definitely like, but I was ready to do the show. Like, I was super ready to do the show. But once we got the break, I just a tub of ice cream. I went crazy.
Fuck. What was your initial reaction when you found out it was canceled? Because that's like, how long were you prepping for? Like that was.
I was prepping for a while. Like I probably did like a 20-week prep because I was in a serious surplus prior. So I was dieting for like a while. Mm-hmm. I was dieting for a while.
Crazy. Right?
My first reaction was annoyed. Mm-hmm. Once the gym officially closed, like our building still had the gym open, so I was like, it shouldn't be that bad. I should be able to get into my building, right?
Yeah, like your condo?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
And then they closed that. And then I was like, okay, all right. And then I was looking at crews and I'm like, dude, they're not gonna do the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, they're probably gonna do it. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna keep doing it, but I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do the show.
I mean, it's fun to get shredded just for no for shits and giggles.
Yeah. But like,
maybe
not prep shredded.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to get shredded, like summer shredded.
Yeah.
But prep shredded is different.
Right.
Like, you're really like counting everything.
Yeah.
It's almost like unhealthy. You know?
Yeah. It's like malnourished by the third, fourth week.
Yeah.
You know, when you're just getting into peak week.
Yeah, like I was feeling it. I was feeling it every single day. Yeah. But literally, like once they said the show wasn't gonna happen, oh man, I went
just binge.
Yeah, I went crazy. I was eating like crazy, but I was still working out, right? Mm-hmm. But I was so lean that my body just absorbed everything. Mm-hmm. Like I was eating like certain days I was eating like 6,000, 7,000 calories.
Holy shit.
And just like nothing. I wake up the next morning ripped. Nothing was happening to me at all. Like, I didn't start feeling it till like a month, 2, maybe 3 months later.
Where you felt like, holy shit, like maybe I should chill on like all these calories.
Yeah.
Because it was such a like you were just like fuck it.
Yeah, I went crazy. I went crazy. But 3 months later, then I was like, and plus I was still conditioning, right? Mm. So I was still running like 40 minutes a day, right? I was still doing like 5Ks and shit. So, like,
but you also were saying that you guys were playing a lot of golf too, right?
Yeah, we killed golf this summer.
Yeah.
That was like
every day almost, right?
Yeah,
You're saying?
that was literally like our escape.
Yeah. Well, that in itself, I mean, is good cardio.
Yeah.
I mean, steady state kind of.
Yes.
When you get into your swing,
Yes.
it's a lot of like muscle, mind to muscle connection type of thing. So it keeps you sane. I find, right?
It was we went to Lavelle like one of these like random days just to like grab some food.
Oh, okay.
And
right, like during the lockdown. It
during
was just
the lockdown,
like
when
6 feet apart.
Yeah,
they had the
yeah.
patio, rooftop, right?
The rooftop.
Cool.
And we ended up meeting one of the guys that owned Piper's Heath.
Oh, right.
So like we just met him randomly, and we're just like, hey, like we come to your spot all the time.
Yeah.
So like, seen him a few times over there. Give us some golf balls to shoot around and whatever. So we kind of built a relationship, and we just started going over there.
Cool.
And then once we were there, we were just like there every day.
Yeah.
And like the better we kept on getting, like especially for me, like when I started, I was like very like honestly, my first time playing, I was better than the average.
Okay.
Like a lot better than the average.
Do you know your handicap, or like you're just like, whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was like because I was working with a guy one summer a few years back, Dane, who would like he was like this big golfer guy.
Okay.
Like, he'd been playing golf forever. He taught golf. He like did tournaments. He was like big shit.
Sick.
So he taught me a lot of shit randomly.
Right.
So I always remembered that stuff.
Okay.
So when I did it, I just remember what he told me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like,
Golf, I feel like is one of those things that like even if you stop for a couple of years, like 1 or 2 rounds when you get back into it, you can figure it out.
You can flow it back.
It's kind of like riding a bike. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was jokes because my brother was like, oh yeah, beginner's luck.
Yeah.
And then like we would keep going, and he's like, you know what, you're actually pretty good at this.
Pretty good. Yeah.
You're actually
That's
pretty
sick,
decent.
Yeah, it feels good to fucking play a good golf game too. Like even like when you're not even that serious about it, like you're just like a recreational type of player.
Get some drinks in.
Yeah. But something like that. So like you were saying how you guys networked with the owner or one of the guys who owns it. So with Alphasoft, and being a product where people can use in their facilities like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys, or do you as part of Alphasoft, approach people like that and say, hey, listen, I have this product. It's biodegradable. Mm-hmm. It's good for the environment. It's made with bamboo. Would you consider putting it into your business, like the golf course? Like a couple bathrooms, maybe on the course, like some, you get the paper towels and stuff. Sometimes.
Yeah, like golf courses, gyms, stuff. Like we've been doing a lot of that in terms of networking, and this is why, like this last summer, we really did network a lot with a lot of business owners because. The product is one thing, but we also have an app coming out as well. That's like next level.
Tell me more. What's the app about?
So the app is,
without giving too much away.
Yeah, so it's like even to explain how the app works. The app originally, when we first got the product, my only thing when I think about bringing out a product or service or anything is customer retention. How do I give my customer the best experience? How do I give them something that they can't get anywhere else? Because I understand like everybody has their competitive advantage. With most other companies, their competitive advantage is being able to get to you faster, or being in every single store, or just the convenience of being able to get that product whenever you want. I understand at me starting this brand, that is not my competitive advantage. My competitive advantage has to be something a little bit more. One, I'm giving them value, but how do I give them more value? So we came out with a rewards points program. And our rewards points program was it was like a high paying rewards points program where out of 10 purchases, you get 1 free.
Okay.
So
cool. That's a good way to do it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to buy toilet paper.
Yeah, right. I mean? Yeah. Might as well get 10 and get one
free. Yeah. Exactly,
cool. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So
sick.
That was...
So that's when you use that when you're pitching it to businesses and stuff, right? Like not necessarily...
The businesses can, but... There was more to it, and how we incorporated all of the businesses in the whole ecosystem. So,
but that's with the app, right? That's
That's
Okay.
with the app.
Okay, cool.
So originally we were supposed to house the points, and I just thought of other ideas to make the points more effective. Okay, how can we make a point system that is like as good as Air Miles? You know what I
Right.
mean? We're like, okay, let's make it transferable,
Yeah.
where somebody could transfer it to another person.
Oh.
So like, let's just say,
Oh, no
hey,
shit.
it's your birthday. Boom.
Yeah, yeah.
Let
Here's
me give
10
you some
points.
Alpha Coin.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? Like,
Okay, cool. Is that what you guys are calling it?
Yeah.
Alpha Coin?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. Alpha Coin. On the website, I noticed the fucking commercial.
Yeah.
The commercial you guys did.
Yeah. The anime one.
Is very fucking cool, man. Tell me, like, how was that? How did you guys come up with the concept for that?
Cause I've done it before.
Okay.
Like I did it with an app that I was working for this company like a few years ago.
Okay.
They came out with an app, and that was how they explained their app. And they did it through the anime thing, and it was so funny because after like
It really explains it into fucking such a crazy detail.
it's the best way that I've seen where you can really get the information in the simplest form,
Right.
and you really keep the information. You know, so I was just kind of like, nah, that's how I would want to do it.
I'm gonna pull up the video during the conversation.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So like, so you did it yourself?
Yeah. No. I had one of my buddies who's part of the organization.
Oh, okay, right. So the whole concept of the video is basically explaining how it's good for the environment from beginning to end of the production line, right?
Yeah.
That's sick, man. You guys should check it out. Alphapackhub.ca. Make sure you guys check out Junior. Junior_Alphapack on Instagram.
Yeah, sure.
And I guess that's it. Is there anything else you want to touch on, bro?
Maybe
Talk to him, bro. Pack talk.
Yeah, maybe one more other thing in terms of our rewards points. So our rewards points is coming out in April.
Okay.
And it is gonna be a house like on the app. It's gonna be an ecosystem. So like imagine flea market on an app.
Cool.
So it's literally where a lot of businesses are going to host their because right now we've literally seen a big issue with small businesses currently right now.
Right.
So small businesses will be able to put their stuff on our platform and be able to collect Alpha Coin and distribute Alpha Coin as well.
Okay.
So it's an ecosystem where it's like the same concept where we're getting customer retention. We're going to let other businesses get customer retention as well. Because nowadays the new way is the customer. The customer is happy, everybody wins.
Right.
You know, and that's what we want to stress more about with what we're trying to do. Trying to save the environment, do the best we can.
One wipe at a time.
Literally trying to save the planet one tree at a time.
That's dope.
One tree at a
That's
time.
dope. Well, it's like Canada owns 9% of the world's forest.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
So the fact, again, that there's 27,000 to 30,000 trees being cut down a day.
A lot of it's coming from Canada.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of it is, but the thing is with Canada is that 90% of the forestry in Canada is government owned.
Yeah.
Or, is publicly owned by government branches type of thing, right? So,
Cities,
so they can regulate what gets cut and what doesn't, but at the same time, the regulations are shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're still taking the air from us, or the oxygen,
Right,
the clean
right,
oxygen, and all the carbon and stuff like that. That's in the air.
Lumber is a big business in Canada.
Yeah.
And maple syrup.
It has been. Yeah, right.
You know.
Yeah. That's it.
So that's one of our from what I know, that's one of our biggest exports.
That's dope. Bamboo products.
Yeah, man.
Clean the air.
Pack talk. Skirt.
Thanks for watching, guys. Blaisinthekitchen, episode 6. Junior from Alphapack. Peace.